It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chargers and the Eagles, next on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Charger offense readying for their first possession, and it's Justin Herbert at the helm in his second season now out of Oregon.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They run on first down with Jackson. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The numbers for Jackson in last week's game: 18 carries, 70 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful.
Yeah, opening drive sack. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. But Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball. but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Well, for the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Hurts. Flushed out right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Completes this out left to Ruggs. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second and 2. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles. On first down, Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver. On first down, it's Schwartz. Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Anthony Schwartz with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts, and he'll find Ruggs on the right side. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown.
And he leads the NFL in receiving yards as we come down the home stretch. Weather may be changing across the country, but his consistency remains the same.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat of this ball game as well. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On third down, it's Schwartz. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 24. 93 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Jonathan Allen, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From down near his goal line here, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now Brown. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. Yeah, they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to. Continue to do what you just said. Let everyone else carry the football. That's been effective. Don't have to worry about him throwing the ball in all the situations now. That's got to be a good feeling if he just relaxes and lets it keep coming to him.
Yeah, and relax and enjoy the second quarter lead right now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. The Chargers getting set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for L.A. For Justin Herbert, we saw the big arm in his days at Oregon, of course. Saw it even more in his rookie season with the Chargers. And if anything, it appears to just continue to get stronger.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything that they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Jackson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
On 2nd down now, it's Schwartz, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 109 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their number 1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your number 1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But this is also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the number 1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
Let's go. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Only needing 2 yards on second down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
The Chargers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. From the 38, Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Kingsley Keke showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll look to throw here. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Let's go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
That's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. Teddy Bridgewater, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just 1 game coming in. From there, we'll head up to Indy to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Zach Wilson leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Daniel Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Throwing is Hurts. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man at Schwartz, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Fancy footwork in midfield. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. To throw again on second down. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Again, Herbert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recruit with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he's secured it.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. With it is Brown. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise? Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going. Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This ball complete to Rager.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swartz. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down, it's Schwartz. Shifts by him, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
151 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Kingsley Keke
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little. And they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet. But that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards to pick up there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The Chargers on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. It is picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return. And an Eagle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not
ability to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, and his pass incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, here's what happened. Mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Brown with a stick skills. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Schwartz, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Bring it! A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Schwartz, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Herbert on 1st down now. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Herbert back to the air. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Anderson.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a 2nd time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. On 2nd down now, it's Schwartz. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Here's Hurts to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down, staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down it goes. Javon Hargrave in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
And when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they get a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert now. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
They'll run again with Jackson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
On 1st down, it's Schwartz, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Schwartz calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Schwartz, and he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He'll drop this down to Jackson, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Again, Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Unbelievable.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Eagles, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Chargers,